Sagittarius. Okay, this background music might get a little too intense for me. I might have to change it. But I'm here to do your monthly reading. Let's go ahead and get the general outline story of what's going on. I just got a new deck today, so we're going to use that. I'm just automatically hearing, like seeing cars on a racetrack. Laramie Square. I don't know if that somehow has something to do with what you're talking or thinking about, but it definitely very quick energy going on here. You're trying really hard to get away from. Usually I read these this way, either left to right or right to left, but I just said that completely backwards. So I'm seeing that you're either climbing up or down. She's looking down, kind of smiling at this woman. Let me get one more. Bottom of the deck, just as a point of reference, was this princess. So I don't know where you're going, if you're coming or going. I don't know if you're coming or going. That's kind of the energy, too. It's like really quick. Something just flashed before your eyes. I'm also seeing, and you're not telling anybody about it. Instead of being like, come here, let me show you something, you're keeping it to yourself. Yeah, okay. So these three cards came out in this order, so I'm just going to build on what I'm seeing from the ground up. I'm seeing here that you actually were in a situation potentially that was making you feel uncomfortable. So this situation here, you could have either coming or going to this cave. There was an uncomfortable situation. And I'm just saying coming or going, this if we're taking the timeline from being, a horizontal to vertical, then I would say no matter whether you're coming or going, this situation was making you feel somehow out of place and you wanted to climb away, scuttling. This is like, I'm seeing a whole bunch of, like, I know this is maybe going to sound bad, but it's not meant to be. Crabs, I'm seeing crabs in the sand, a whole bunch of scuttling crabs in the sand, as though she's the like maybe she's a lobster or some other crustacean that has crawled up there and is now perched in your view, and or like a starfish potentially. But there's all these shells. This might be shells. This could be I'm just seeing that there's this lattice work or this matrix of interactions that have come to a head. She doesn't look uncomfortable because she's still climbing. She's still going somewhere. So whether she's gotten here or whether she's not gotten here, there's something about it that's a little bit ominous, is what I'm going to say, because she's not looking where she's going. And this is also upside down. So she may or may not have Sagittarius. I don't know if what's going on right here. Let me get one more card to clarify, please. We'll get two more. We'll do a cross reading. Okay. So you may be in a situation where you were happily observing this situation, a situation either that you're in or that someone else that you know is in. Okay. You're happily observing them climbing around, scuttling back and forth, doing whatever it was that they were doing. And you're kind of being a mole, a hole in the wall is what I'm seeing from these two entrances here. Rats, vermin, what we typically consider to be, useless. Kind of, a lot of people are scared of rats and mice, but they know their way around the house. This woman looks like she's climbing, and this mouse almost looks a little bit concerned. Like, do you even know where you're going yet? This mouse has a baby mouse on its back. Can you guys see this? Good enough. She's trying to get to her happiness wherever she's going. The yellow in these two cards is really drawing my attention. It's like she wants to come up and then come down in a very particular way. And she's not even sure if she can make. This This is like taking the shot. But you know what? You will miss every single shot that you don't take. So I agree with her. She should keep going. We're going to use the animal cards to get some clarification about what this is and what's in here. Okay, so whatever is in here, it's something precious, like a jewel. This almost reminds me of Jack and the Beanstalk, like the little green beans that were jumping around, kind of like those Mexican jumping beans. I don't know if you guys have seen those, but they're pretty cool actually. It's like she threw them on the ground, and now these stalks have grown up to this upper world. She's gonna climb up here and see if she can get one of these jewels or one of these stones, one of these tidbits of information that is going to give her happiness and the ability to know something that she didn't know before, as like a mole or a rat, somebody who's planted in a situation trying to ascertain information. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that wherever she's coming from, the earth, the way she's been grounded, is about to get flipped on its head. Because what I'm seeing is that she's actually not realizing that this opening is already here. It's not something pretty to look at. A lot of people may be scrambling to get her down, because they realize that there's not anybody up there with her. Wolves run in pack mentality, and she's kind of pushing fate a little bit. This is like the penultimate top to that pyramid. Top to that pyramid. She's climbing towards something where there's nobody there, and that people would not admire her. So, I mean, when you think about things, daring things that give us a lot of gratification and a lot of, like, let's just say this is a fast car, since this was this quick energy that I'm feeling here. If this is a really fast car, this girl doesn't look old enough to have her license yet. If she does have her license, she's pushing the boundary of something that nobody else would push the boundary of. Nobody's looking at this innocently the way that she is. She's almost too young, kind of teetering on the edge, has climbed up so high somewhere that she is now teetering on the edge, trying to reach the apple in the tree, or to catch one of these entities that's scuttling around her. And she's not hooked on anything worldly at this moment. She's just kind of free falling. Which is like, there's that song Free Falling in Love. And then there's also when you're falling in a bad way. The Fool card is very much, this is reminding me of Fool card energy. Where she's taking a leap of faith to grab onto a like a hot air balloon or something that is here in the sky. And she's not necessarily looking at the fact that when she gets back down to Earth, the Earth is not going to catch her as though it has an opening there. It's just going to be kind of flat. Flew a little too close to the sun, perhaps. Let me get advice cards, angel advice cards, please, on how to move forward with this Sagittarius. Okay, yep. She doesn't realize. So that's the Epiphany card. Yeah. Okay, so actually, this is actually a story of, or a fable of karma. This is somebody not realizing. So, like I said before, there's this innocence about her that seems like she's kind of young, immature, doesn't really know how to get to her happiness at this point. However, if she's not lying, and if she's on the path of the straight and narrow, not deceiving anybody and not despairing in her journey, she is going to make it in here. If she starts to despair or lie or build something that is not true, then this portal is going to remain closed. It's kind of like alchemy. You can't turn, silver into gold with your bare hands unless your intention is just to lovingly achieve such. You can't force it to happen. And if you try to force it to happen, the universe steps in and doesn't allow for the alchemical process to take place. I don't know if any of you guys are Paulo Coelho fans, but that's one of the morals in the story of the alchemist. But anyway, um, we'll see you next time. Sag, hope that was enjoyable. If you liked it, please comment, share, subscribe, etc. Have a good week. I'll see you next time.